Hey everybody, Mike B here, back with another military history fun fact. Today we're going to be going back to the Second World War, and we're going to be talking about a lesser known about but equally important country in the Second World War. I'm going to do a brief overview on how Romania was involved, and then I'll do many more videos on little niche topics because it interests me quite a bit. On the macro level, Romania entered the Second World War on the side of the Axis powers, or Germany, and they actually helped with Operation Barbarossa in 1941, which was the invasion of the Soviet Union. They were kind of next to Army Group South, so they went down into Crimea and the Caucasus and kind of secured oil fields and stuff down there, and then advanced to Stalingrad, which, as we all know in hindsight, didn't turn out well. Now, it especially didn't turn out well for the Romanians. I know the Germans had a rough go at it too, but the Romanians were very under-equipped to begin with, very underfunded, and pretty much a shell of a military using old, outdated equipment. And so in Stalingrad, out of about 500,000 troops, they lost around 2/3 to 3/4 of them. And then they started marching back to Romania after Stalingrad, the people who did survive and what was remaining of the Romanian army. On their way back, they encountered partisan groups, and the Soviets actually caught up to them at some points, and they were getting really worked over pretty bad until they got back to Romania. And then in 1944, there was a military coup, and Romania then flipped sides, kind of like Italy did, who was also fighting on the Eastern Front and also ended up in Stalingrad. Coincidence? And ended up pushing the Germans kind of back to the western part of Europe again from 1944 on. Now, that being said, the Romanian military at that point was not in great shape. So they didn't really kind of turn the tide after 1944, but they still were involved in several big battles that would eventually affect the outcome of the war, but not necessarily in a huge way. So yeah, that's just a very macro level kind of history of the Romanian involvement in the Second World War. Again, there's so much more to talk about, so I'll be doing separate little shorts and videos and maybe some long form ones. Yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. If you learned something, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my online military shop. The link is in the description. And we'll see you on the next one.